Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Let's call to order this hearing of the Assessment Appeals Board for April 25th, 2016. And we'll start by asking our clerk to call roll.
Board Member Crow.
Present.
Board Member Curtis is absent. Board Member Stern.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Could I ask everyone please to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll administer the oath. Okay. Ready, begin. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. You all know the drill. You and each of you do solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give and the matters now pending before this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thanks.
Great. Okay. Mr. Vlahakis, do we have anything on agenda review today?
Yes, we do. Item number 5, agenda review. The clerk of the board recommends approval of the agenda review by the Assessment Appeals Board. The agenda review consists of the following items. Items number 8 through 17, application numbers 14-11249 through 14-11258. Applicant Charter Communications, continued to June 27th, 2016, pending receipt of original stipulation. And items 18 through 47, application numbers 14-12056 through 14-12085. Applicant also Charter Communications, continued to June 27th, 2016, pending receipt of original stipulation. Item numbers 48 through 56, application numbers 14-11691, 14-11693, 14-11695, 14-11697, 14-11699, 14-11702, 14-11703, 14-11704, and 14-11705. Applicant is fresh and easy. Continued to June 27th, 2016, pending receipt of original stipulation. Item numbers 57 through 63, application numbers 14-12162, 14-12399, 14-12402 through 14-12405, and 14-12417. Applicant Manuel B. Ortiz Trust, care of Debbie Mija, removed from the agenda due to submission of a withdrawal. And item 64, application numbers 14-12363, applicant Rolling Oaks Drive LLC, continued to June 27th, 2016, pending receipt of original stipulation. That completes the agenda review.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vlahakis, could you read those application numbers one more time? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Are there any questions, comments from the board on the agenda review?
No comments.
Okay, so looking for a motion to pass.
Motion to accept the agenda review as presented by the clerk of the board.
Okay, Mr. Crow moved to approve, and I will second the motion, and motion carries. And we'll click on our screens.
Thank you.
Great.
Excuse me, sir.
Hey.
Thanks, sir. I'm going to be late. This one.
It's fine. We're just now getting your items. If you want to stand at the podium.
Okay, next, item 65, application 14-12416. Applicant is Sarabia Family Trust. You have good timing.
My God, 2 hours to get here. Long way. I have requested a continuance to hear this later on. Brendan.
I'm sorry. Could you please?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was running and sorry I'm late.
You're right on time.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't believe he was sworn in, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. We'll take a couple steps back. First, we'd like to get you sworn in.
Okay,
and then we'll go from there.
You solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give and the matters now pending before this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, and now if you could let us know your name for the record.
My name is Frank Sarabia. Good morning.
Okay, welcome back. I remember you were here once before. And it sounds like, Mr. Sarabia, that you would like to continue.
That is correct. We had a situation in which my assistant that handles all of this, her mother passed away, and it's been difficult for me to handle all the issues that we have pending. So Brendan has given us a couple of possible dates. One, I believe it was June the 2nd, and the other one was October the 10th.
Okay, before we move forward, if we could hear any comments from the assessor related to the request for a continuance?
Kent Meyer, Ventura County Assessor's Office. Good
Morning.
morning, everybody.
Morning.
Mr. Sarabia has
Yes.
spoken to two appraisers in our office. Both of them have requested costs, basically his costs for construction of a pool. He has not provided that information to us yet. So we're waiting on that information. We'd like to have that information within 30 days of today.
Okay, so it sounds like the assessor is not opposed to a continuance with that provision? Okay. Mr. Vlahakis, were there
Yeah, the
dates?
dates are actually June 27th or October 10th. We would prefer to this be continued to June 27th if that date works with everybody.
Okay, Mr. Sarabia, is June 27th?
I have no
work?
objection. That's fine.
Okay, and to the assessor, June 27th?
I do not oppose that. However, he filed his application on June 22nd of 2015. I'm sorry, 2015. I thought 2-year waiver was coming up. My mistake.
Okay. And Mr. Sarabia, will you be able to provide information requested by the assessor at least 30 days in advance of that hearing date?
I probably will. It depends on my assistant coming back to work, but I think I can do that, yes.
So that would be May 27th.
May 27th, yes.
Okay. If you feel confident in that, then I think that date would work. Otherwise,
45 days will be better if it's not an inconvenience or opposition by the assessor. I think 45 days will give us a little more time to get that done.
45 days from now?
Yes.
Okay. Is the October 10th date more realistic for everyone?
Well, the hearing is just 60 days away. We prefer to have the information 30 days prior to hearing.
Right.
Which
So
would
that's
be 30 days from today, basically.
Right. I think the applicant was saying he could do it within 45 days, which I think it's important to have an agreement that the assessor can have the information far enough ahead of time.
Okay.
So, Mr. Sarabia, if you could get it by May 27th, then that would be something that might, depending on the comments of the board, might be a provision, a requirement. If you don't think you can do that, it might be better to talk about October 10th.
We can allow him 45 days.
Okay, great.
now.
That'll work.
Okay, so 45 days from now, meaning about 15 days before the hearing date?
That's fine, yeah. We'll do
Okay.
that.
Okay. Any comments or questions from the board, Mr. Crow? Okay, so I think we are probably looking for a motion to continue to June 27th with a provision that information be received from the applicant no fewer than 15 days before the hearing.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Crow, and I will second the motion, and motion carries. Okay, June 27th.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Appreciate your help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is item 66, application 15-10243. Applicant is Steve Kolnick, and looks like we have a request for approval of a faxed stipulation.
The fact stipulation was routed to the board as with their other stipulations on Thursday for review. I believe the assessor made their 3 attempts to get the original, and the applicant did not send it in. Is that correct?
Yes, we've requested it 3 different times, and he sent us 3 PDFs rather than sending the originals. So,
Okay. And Mr. Crow, any questions?
I'm not sure I understand what went on now.
we came up with a stipulation for this, and he sent us an electronic version of the stipulation with his signature on it, but not the original copy. We made 2 more requests, and he sent us the same PDF with different dates on it. He has not sent us the original after 3 requests.
Okay, so
Just to add to that, Rick Denham, Ventura County Assessor, he
Morning.
also sent it UPS, the the copy. I don't know why.
So it sounds like we're being asked to approve a copy and not
Thank
the
you.
original.
Okay.
Excuse me, Chairman Stern. There is a policy regarding facsimile signatures, and it was adopted on July 19, 2010, that the board would accept a facsimile of an applicant's original signature on a STIP if it will result in a reduction in the assessed value of the applicant's property, and the assessor represents the board that it's made reasonable efforts to obtain the stipulation with the applicant's original signature but has been unsuccessful in doing so. And then it further defines what's reasonable efforts, and at least 3 separate attempts the assessors met that.
Okay, thank you. Unless there are any other questions or comments, probably look for a motion to do something.
Motion to accept the STIP,
Okay.
the facsimile STIP, I guess.
Okay, great, and I will second that. Moved by Mr. Crow, and motion carries. I just noticed that that I skipped right past items 6 and 7 on the agenda. Apologies. So we'll go back to that. First, public comments. Do we have any public comments? Nope. Okay, and then any board comments? I have one quick comment. I've noticed, and I was reminded of a couple of minutes ago when there was a question about the 2-year waiver, that there have been very few 2-year waiver requests that we've seen, which I think is a testament to the efficiency both of the assessor's office and the clerk's office in shortening the process. So thank you on behalf, well, at least on behalf of myself, for all of your efforts. Okay. Next, we'll go to findings of fact and start with item 68, application 14-12170. Applicant is Sue Mathis. And
Actually, Chairman Stern, this can be taken action similar to stipulations where you can
All three?
receive if you take action on 67 to receive
Okay.
and file. This is just an acknowledgement for the official record that the findings
Okay.
of fact were issued.
great, thank you. So I believe the findings of all 3 were submitted to the board via email and were approved, and so we are now formally approving those. Is that correct?
Technically, they've been approved. The board just needs to take action to receive and file for the record.
Okay.
So we're looking for a motion to receive and file.
Okay, great.
Motion to receive and file the applications. Do we need to read the numbers?
No, it's not necessary.
Okay.
Excuse me, Chairman Stern. When the motion was made, Mr. Crowe stated it receive and file the applications. I would like to clarify, Mr. Crowe, you were referring to the findings of fact on the applications?
Findings of fact, yes.
Okay, great. And I will second the motion. And motion carries. And next we have our stipulations, item 71 on the agenda for items 72 through 82 on the agenda. And I believe, will verify Mr. Vlahakis that we've received all of those named ahead of time via email.
Yes, they were all emailed to you
Okay.
before the hearing.
Great. And Mr. Crowe, any questions or comments on the stipulations?
I've reviewed the stipulations and make a motion to accept as presented by the assessor.
Okay, moved by Mr. Crowe, and I will second the motion. And motion carries. Last item on our agenda is adjournment, and so there you have it. We're adjourned at 9:44.
Is that a record?
Pretty close.